Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to another Matrix Money.
Happy Tuesday.
How's everybody doing today? Got some people already jumping in. Hey, jump in the chat. Say hey, keep that chat going. FF, how's it going for you, brother?
Well, like I told you, just trying to recover from food poisoning. My recommendation is not to eat Domino's wings. This has been the second time Domino's wings has taken me out. So, yeah.
Oh man, wow. I've had them a couple of times. I mean, they're okay, but I never got sick from them. At least I guess that's a plus.
Yeah, that is
I just got a message from Jar. He said he'll be here in a minute. So
awesome.
I guess we can hang for a second. Hey, Deeper Knot, welcome, sir. Appreciate you being here. What else we got? Mike's in the house. Good afternoon, sir. Rui in the house. Hello, sir. Glad to see you all. Glad to see you. I mean, I guess we could start looking at the markets if you want.
Why not? Let's do that.
Yeah, all right. Hang on. Let's add it to the stage and Jar can jump in when he gets here. I'm going to refresh that so we can see what the hell is going on. Bitcoin's been kind of dropping back a little bit. When I first logged on my computer this morning, I mean, it was at like 72, and now look at it, 70,050. I mean, I know that's part of the title, what we got going here, Bitcoin back over 70K, but it's like hanging on for dear life.
It is, but typical crypto, right? Like to just shoot up out of nowhere and then
yeah,
go down for a little bit. But for it to hold around 70 right now with no other news outside of the ETF is pretty good in my opinion. I mean, there's no direct Bitcoin news that's going on, so this pump is awesome.
Yep. No, I agree. I mean, personally, I was surprised it kind of went up that much. I still think we got a leg down before it really does its, thing.
Yeah.
But that's just me. What do I know?
No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, even if you look at the fear and greed index, it might be at like the top of this page here, but like it's sitting around like 70, 75 or something. It's like really huge. Like, okay, you're on CoinGecko.
Yeah, I'm on Gecko.
On CoinMarketCap, they show the fear and greed index, and yeah, I mean the greed is just insane right now. So I have a feeling that it's gonna pull back almost immediately.
Yeah. And there's a lot of green in the market today, to support the whole greed thing. I mean, look, Ethereum on the potential Ethereum ETF news. I mean, this was up over almost at 39 when I logged on this morning, down to 37.64. But still, I mean, yesterday it was barely over 3K. Hey, there's Jar. Welcome, sir.
Morning. Sorry, I'm late.
That's all right. Shit happens, man.
Better late than never.
Exactly. All right, let's keep going. BNB, look at this. Ooh, 7% in the last 24 hours, up over $600. Solana. There you go, Jar. Look at that.
Yeah.
Still not quite where you want it there, but
break even is about $7 away. So
there you go.
Yeah.
But still, look at this, 22% in the last 7 days. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
And actually, Solana's run-up is a little bit nicer than the others. Others look like just pumps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Solana's going up nice and evenly, I feel like.
It has a mature growth.
Yes, there you go.
Mature growth. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit more classier than the other one.
Yeah, definitely classier.
Oh, my God. Okay. Let's keep going. XRP, 54 cents, up, almost 8% in the last week, 6% of that today, still, for our XRP fans, not bad. Doge, look at Doge, man. 16, almost 17 cents. Crazy, right?
Yep. Yeah. Top 10. Looking good.
Yeah. Cardano just holding on to 50 cents here, up almost 16%. AVAX kicking butt right here, up 24% in the last week.
Wow.
I know. Look at this, over $40. Crazy. Sheeb, for those who are interested, still up there, 11% in the last week. Tron holding steady, it seems. Polkadot, not bad, about 14%. BCH up 20%. Again, I use it for what it's meant to be.
Yeah, those 70 numbers are pretty incredible right now across the board.
Yeah.
Yep. Chainlink, look at this, almost 27%, and still, if you ask me, a good buy, because Chainlink was down pretty far for a while. I mean, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah.
I'd agree with you. I feel like Chainlink should be sitting around like 40, but at 16, it's almost like a steal.
Right. To me, anything below 20 with Chainlink, again, not financial advice, guys, but to me, that's a great buy. All right, let's keep going. Uniswap, even with the Wells notice, look at this, through the roof,
Pretty
over
crazy.
35%.
Yeah.
Matic still under $1. Another one that I think is still a good buy, under $1. I don't know if you guys agree, but I think that's still not bad given it's up.
No, it is
14%.
definitely under $1. It's definitely a really hot pick. It's a good buy. We're using Matic on our project right now, so utility is amazing.
Yeah.
How's that coming?
Same question.
So we did I'm going to be talking about it on one of the streams. We did a soft launch. It's already up and running right now. A little buggy, so we've been working out the kinks. So I'm not publicizing it too much right now. I'm inside the Sleep Money Club. It's Andy. He's one of the YouTubers that runs that, and we did a soft launch inside that club, and quite a few members have used it. We're finding some flakiness with it, so we want to make sure that it's more presentable before we do a marketing push. But it's working out pretty good. We're happy with it so far.
I was going to say, do you mind, because I don't know if everybody knows exactly what the project is. You want to give it a quick recap?
Yeah, so it's taking projects that are high valued and splitting up the shares. So taking something like an Ethereum validator node, which is like 100,000 or more, and people would want to invest in something like that, but they just simply couldn't afford it. So what we did is we divided it up into shares, and we're selling the shares, and they can equally earn the APR on that. We're doing that with high-risk projects like BlockX, or someone would consider Neoxa a very high-risk project as well. And then we're doing validator nodes that are lower risk, like Ethereum. Even though the price of Ethereum is volatile, we know that it's more established than others. And another thing that we started as well is ASIC. So we have a ES5, which is mining Aspa, and we picked up a couple of miners as well, the SP1. So we're going to be selling shares of that. We're going to be selling it as a USDT stablecoin share in set allocation. So that's something that it is up and running right now. But before I start talking about it publicly,
yeah. Well, but for those who might be like, okay, I got to hear more about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'll definitely be talking about that in future streams, showing it to you guys and showing you how it works. But yeah, I want to make sure we can handle an influx when it happens.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. So do you guys want to go back to the markets, or you want to jump in and talk about the potential Ethereum ETF?
Yeah, we can go right into it if you want.
All right. Sure. I will bring that page up. Actually, got a couple of them here. We'll start with this one. This is an ETH analyst saying, they expect that, 75% odds of an Ethereum ETF. I don't know. You heard me before. I didn't think we'd see even talk of an Ethereum ETF this year. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm definitely shocked with this one because I thought for sure it wouldn't be approved anytime soon. And I was looking into 2025, if any time it was going to be an option, viable option. So talking about the odds improving right now to 75%, which is pretty positive in such a short window. Things have definitely changed in the short term.
I know. It's like it came out of to me, I don't know. It seems like it just out of the blue kind of thing.
I definitely wasn't expecting it.
Now,
crazy.
do you all think that there could be some market manipulation going on with this as well? Because where are their sources? They're just saying Bloomberg analysts believe approval to be 75%, but
And I'm going to bring up one other one I had here. Hold on. It was a tweet, actually. Hold on. Where is it?
and I say that to play devil's advocate, but
No, you're right to play devil's advocate, I think, because you're right. And even in this one, it's not like they're citing the source. So
SEC tells exchanges. Yeah, there's no person specific or department.
exactly.
And
I don't know. I mean, well, let's go this. Do you guys agree? Is it like because I think, don't they have a deadline coming up for approval pretty soon, if I remember correctly, for the ones that were filed?
think so.
I think there is.
I think so.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I want to say within the next month, but don't hold me to that without going to look it up. And I don't know. Well, what do you guys think? We going to get it by that deadline? What do you think the percentages are?
I'm gonna still say no. I don't think it's possible right now. I mean, Gary's still there, so he's gonna do what he needs to do to halt as much as he possibly can.
Exactly.
Well,
So positive news, unless the courts mandate and make him change his mind. I just don't think it's possible right now. The criteria is constantly evolving, right? Of what he wants it to measure up to. So that's what I see as the main issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I don't disagree. I'll tell you what made it seem suspect to me. That you started hearing this news after Congress passed the resolution to rescind the SAB, what was it, 121 or whatever it was. I'm sorry. I did a whole damn live stream about it, and I can't remember the name. I'm having a brain cramp right now, which is allowing banks to custody cryptocurrency. And that passed with like a super majority out of the Senate. And I mean, like both sides of the aisle, there wasn't even a blink for the most part. And I mean, that's the one, I don't know if you saw the news that Biden says he'll veto, blah, blah, blah. But I don't see him vetoing it. Honestly, I see him sitting on his hands, and it'll just become law because he sits on his hands. I don't know. I just found it suspect that it kind of came like right after that. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Connecting the dots here. Yeah. I mean, it could play a role. I'm not sure. That's interesting.
Just I don't know. Like I said, sometimes my tin foil gets really.
I'm interested what FF thinks, because he has a little bit of a background knowledge on this. What do you?
Yeah. So I mean, one, I don't think it's tinfoil.
Okay.
Mainly because from my experience when I'll just say this here, just because it doesn't matter because I don't work for them anymore. But when I worked for Bank of New York Mellon as a digital asset compliance analyst, SOB 121 was a big one for us to comply to. It was one that, I and my previous boss at the time would make sure that, whatever we were doing was in line with SOB 121. That's Staff Account Bulletin, I think is what it's called, 121. And then, I've been out of the loop since I left that bank, but hearing that is basically, and correct me if I'm wrong here, CCM, that's no longer required is huge. It's big, because it then allows banks to custody crypto without all the extra headache and requirements that SOP 21 and other additional requirements of banks.
I don't think it's gone into effect yet, because it's still sitting on Biden's desk.
But the fact that it was a bipartisan approval of it, right? Exactly. I feel like it really doesn't matter what he does, in my honest opinion. So yeah, I feel like there's no tinfoil hat here. SOB 121 is huge, especially with a lot of these banks getting into digital asset custody, like Bank of New York Mellon. I'm sure that there's other banks as well. that are getting into the custody business of digital assets. I think the dots that you are connecting are valid. That's all I can really say on that.
Well,
that's
okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I mean, do you really think, again, pulling on your experience, that banks are looking to do this kind of custody service?
Yes. I mean,
I believe that, but
they've spent billions of dollars on this, and it's not just custody of crypto. It's also fund services. Trying to remember endowments, right? They're getting into that heavily as well. So it's huge right now for banks. They've just been kind of quiet about it. Maybe not that quiet, but quiet enough.
Yeah, they're not publicizing a lot of it.
They're not publicizing it. Like what you're hearing from me is sort of like just because I was part of the inside at one point, but they've been ramping up. They've been hiring more. They've, like I said, spent billions on this. So they're expecting, if you're, a bank or a company, et cetera, if you're spending billions on infrastructure, billions on understanding law, like I said, I was part of regulation and compliance. And then also I was part of cyber threat as well for digital assets. And you're spending all this money, they're expecting a return.
Yeah.
Banks do not do things, in hopes that, they're going to make money. No, they expect a return.
They expect, yeah.
Especially with something like BNY Mellon, who handles like, I think, 20% or whatever the crazy number is of the global money infrastructure. So
20% is a lot.
I think it's a ridiculous number like that. So yeah, I mean, without me incriminating myself too much, I feel like I don't know how long the NDAs last, but I feel like banks like BNY Mellon, they are heavily invested and they do expect a return from this. So with the government doing what they're doing to benefit the banks, because we know that they're kind of in cahoots with each other, right?
Yes.
It's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
It's
you can't even deny that. Yeah,
it's bound to happen. So
right. Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny. I personally, I've been talking on my channel long before we got the guys even got together here about how banks have been building the infrastructure behind the scenes to do this kind of thing. And, because you'd get a little bit of information here, something leaked out over there, that kind of thing. So, it's not difficult if you're a critical thinker to kind of put it all together. But I think the reason that passed and just to kind of maybe put a cap on it or something was even though the Banking Association helped Elizabeth Warren write her anti-crypto bill, they also realized, like you said, they want some return on their investment. So I think there was pressure put on a lot of these other members of Congress to basically tell Elizabeth Warren, one of those, and we gotta take care of them as well. Again, my 2 cents, my humble opinion, me connecting the dots.
But facts are facts. So you're connecting dots that are factual, right? It's not like you're just making up something. Yeah. Well, if the infrastructure is being built, what would be the purpose?
What's the point? Yeah.
Especially when we're talking about billions of dollars. It's not chump change. It's billions of dollars that needs to be recovered in some form. So it's a very logical path that you're going down.
Yep, makes sense. So I don't know. I'm still like you, though, Jar. I'll believe it when I see it, kind of thing.
Well, this is the thing. Until it's approved, there's market volatility, and these headlines will help people make money on behind the scenes or whatever. So 20% in one day is, even for crypto, that's a lot for one of these big chains. So
for a big project like that,
like Ethereum jumping 20% is quite a bit. So I was shocked when I saw that. We'll see if there's any drawback. I'm not selling. I'm going to keep holding Ethereum. I don't have a lot. I have a couple of
Yeah,
ETH.
same here. I don't have a lot, but I got some.
Yeah, I'm just going to ride the wave and let it grow, because I think long term with utility and everything else, like I mentioned before, I think it's a great solid play. So I'm going to be leaving that as a long term bet.
It's still the leader.
Yeah, it is.
No matter if you like Ethereum, don't like Ethereum, they're still leading the way, unfortunately.
Yeah, 100%.
You know.
Solana's sort of creeping in there too.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna say it. Got
to have a little bit of that in there too. I'm not selling that either. Like these larger chains that were adoptions, just there's an influx of adoption. I'm just holding for the long run, not selling anything.
Yep. I agree. I'm double checking these. Yeah. And of course we got to put it up because, anytime we mention Solana,
yep,
that's it. Automatic beats. There you go. To the moon. That's too funny. Oh man. Every time on my live streams, and I appreciate him always being there, but as soon as I go to Solana on the markets, I got to go back and get his comment. It's always
the crypto on the rocks last week was really good. I jumped in there for a little bit. That was nice.
Yeah, no, that was great, and I appreciate you being there. Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Beto was on there, Paperclip for a little while, 100 Air for a little while, and plenty of people in the chat. So, excuse me. So, thank you. Appreciate you being in the chat. So what do you think? Are we all gonna be rich?
Sure, why not, man? As long as we just keep holding that big. I don't know what the deeper hands or diamond hands. But,
yeah.
Both, depending on what the project is.
As long as there's some money in the hands, that's all matters. Anything else you guys wanted to chat about? I mean, we've talked about the price, talked about Ethereum. What else you got? What do you guys got in the chat?
Go ahead.
I have a lot. Well, I don't really have too much of anything. I've been making some more financial mistakes. Well, not yet. We'll see. I bought myself some more S19s. I know that they're not profitable yet, but they were extremely cheap. I think I paid $560 for S19. And I got 2 of them. I'm probably going to get 1 more and get them hosted.
Where are you hosting?
I host at BitCap. And if anybody wants to host with BitCap, please tell them that Byron sent you. That's my actual name. They know me by Byron, not by Financial Failure. But tell them that Byron sent you, just because I have a really, really good relationship with them. So they might be able to hook you guys up as well. But they currently charge me 0.085 cents, and they also have a new warehouse where it's, I think, 0.075, so which is extremely cheap in regards to cost per kilowatt hour. So just
sorry,
miners. Bitcap.co.
BitCap.
Okay. Yeah, bitcap.co. So I've been buying old miners and taking a chance. My thing is if I truly believe in Bitcoin, that Bitcoin's going to hit 100K, then those old miners will be profitable. So why not? So I've been buying them up and trying to get them hosted. That's what I'm doing currently. Which again,
where are they located? What state are they in?
They are located in Washington State, but they have other locations in the U.S. as well.
Okay. And they're on grid, right? If they're giving you that 8 cents power supply, because I like one of the things that we were looking at in our project is hosting and who's on grid and who's off grid, because I know there was a lot of hype with these flare sites and mining using renewable energy. Great idea, but there's a lot of downtime. There's a lot of problems. It's still in its infancy, so there's hosting issues when it comes to it. I'm hoping they improve it, because you want to, if you're going to be buying an ASIC miner, investing into $20,000 miner or $40,000 miner, whatever that is, you're going to want to recover that money as quickly as possible because it's such a huge investment. So the downtime, especially with some of these flare sites, could be weeks, months. It adds up. So
the downtime is that long with the flare sites?
in some of the sites, yeah, I'm seeing weeks and months where the facility goes completely down. So yeah, I love the idea. I don't want to knock it too much, but I think it's just too new to be selling to the public something that's so inconsistent.
Yeah.
Again, my opinion, but that's the way I'm seeing it right now.
Oh, I didn't realize the downtime was like that high for flare sites. I mean, I knew there was issues with like the wind and the solar sites that people are trying to put out there. I forgot the company. I'm having a brain cramp right now, but I didn't realize that with the flare.
Yeah, so it's going to come down to investment in the infrastructure and like adoption by more and more companies. As that happens and it spreads out, like the little issues that they're having right now, just getting these backup generators to kick in when it goes offline from a flare site is just something that needs to be taking place. So just the downtime, if there is downtime, it's very short and abrupt and it goes back up. So
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Jar? What else? What else you got going on?
I am so far behind on everything. I have so many things I need to do. I have the GeoNet I'm supposed to install in my backyard. I have all these poles in the backyard. My wife is asking me what I'm doing out there. It's just they're just laying around. I'm setting up. It looks like an interesting farming facility in my backyard with antennas just on the floor. So I need to get them up and running, and hopefully I get these deep in ones up. But yeah, so GeoNet is one that I'm going to hopefully get done soon. I have a few Fry dual mining projects that I want to get up and running as well. So I'm expecting to put out videos hopefully this week if I get time.
Nice.
Okay.
But that's on my side. How about you, CCN? What do you got going on?
Just my usual routine right now. I'll be live tomorrow. I to this moment don't know what the hell I'm talking about exactly, but we'll find something.
There's a lot happening, right? So
yeah, exactly. Honestly, I was going to kind of talk about the Ethereum ETFs, and then we decided to talk about it here. So I'll try and change it up a little bit tomorrow. I'm working in I don't think I'm going to have it ready as much as I would like to. I'm working on my videos now, or I'm focusing on Thorchain. So I'm working, trying to put some of those together and make a series with that. But I don't see that happening by Thursday, which is when I usually put out a video. And then Friday, my normal Crypto on the Rocks, as always, 7 p.m.
Awesome.
That's what we got. That's what we get.
Nice.
But, FF? Did you already talk about yours? What you got coming
up? Well, I mean, I was just talking about how I'm buying miners, but yeah, I'm super far behind, as you guys probably know. I mean, I might do a short maybe once a week, if that. I bought an Osprey, so I need to do a video on that.
Which Osprey did you get?
I got the Overbore edition, so I think it's
Is it E300?
It's the E100.
E100, okay.
Yeah, so I got the E100. It's literally sitting over there.
Yes.
I'm waiting for some more stuff, so I got a video on that. Hopefully, I need to do a follow-up video on my Caspa and Rose investments, because the Caspa one's weird because somebody sent me like 11,000 Caspa, so I want to do a video on that and talk about that and how I've been investing in Caspa and Rose. There's a lot. It's just time and being sick and
so that 11,000 Caspa, that's still sitting in Caspa. There's no sale of you're not cashing it out at all.
No, I didn't cash it out at all. They sent it to my wallet. That was what wallet was it? There's so many daggone wallets, but they sent it to one of my wallets, and I was like,
no one's claiming responsibility.
Yeah, this is weird. So then I sent it over to my Tandem. So
okay, interesting.
There you go.
Yeah,
awesome.
And Rose to Mars.
Rose better go to Mars. For how much money I've been putting into that.
I've been dropping into Rose too. I'm following your lead right now. DCA over time. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, see what happens. And to answer Mike's question, I don't know. We didn't plan anything. As a matter of fact, the three of us need to talk about. I had a couple of other thoughts to try and follow up with some interviews, but so there we go. I don't know. What do you guys anything about Deep or Not?
Yeah, I think he was in the chat earlier. Maybe we can have him back
He
on
was.
sometime soon. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's always a good stream with him.
Yeah, definitely.
So, all right.
So you guys good to wrap up?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea because I know you guys got to go. Got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah, work. All right, guys. Have a good day. Thank you for watching Matrix Money Tuesday. Thank you very much.
Hey, take care, guys.
Later.